All right, let's get you the latest on that unfortunate accident that took place at 2 a.m. this morning. We're talking about the Delhi-Guwahati Rajdhani Express that got derailed in Chhapra in Bihar. Prakash is joining us with the latest details. Prakash, if you could bring us up to speed with all the latest regarding this incident.
We are getting reports that 3 timer bombs have been recovered from Daryapur in Chhapra, around 25 kilometers away from Chhapra, and the bomb disposal squad has been rushed in to defuse the bomb. This comes as a serious concern because now, as far as the sabotage issue is concerned, this confirms the sabotage. If at all the timer bombs were to be used for the explosion of the train crossing to that area, but the location, the distance is around, say, 25 to 30 kilometers from the spot. So it's a matter of a great concern now. Now it establishes that the timer bombs were to be used for that particular incident, and we have not got official confirmation, but we got the sources in the police saying this, and the bomb disposal squad has been rushed onto the spot to Daryapur to examine and investigate the whole the bombs. Matthew?
Okay, Prakash, just stay with us. In fact, we also managed to get a reaction from Rajiv Pratap Rudy, MP from Chhapra, and this is what he had to say.
Well, reached us. We have been here since last night. The accident took place somewhere around 2:30 in the morning. It's a ghastly accident. It is something which is, if you look at the site, the derailment, the damage to the bogies, the position of the bogies is such that it does reflect that it's a very ghastly accident. And it's very difficult to say whether it's a sabotage or whether it's a derailment. But the fact remains that the rescue operations conducted both by the railways, all the officials of the railways were present on the spot within 20 minutes. And even the district magistrate and the SP Chhapra and with the entire district administration team are already at the spot in Chhapra and Saran, where I have also reached within few hours of the accident. I think it's very early to put a blame on someone, but the site situation does indicate that the magnitude of the accident is enormous.
All right, let me bring in our correspondent Nikunj now, who's covering the Home Ministry for us. What are the reactions, Nikunj, really coming in from the Home Ministry this morning? We're also learning now in the latest update that 3 timer bombs have been recovered in Daryapur, which is just about 25 kilometers from the accident site.
Well, yes, that becomes a matter of concern, as Prakash was putting it. This certainly adds a completely new dimension to this entire accident. Because when I spoke to the Home Ministry officials who look after the Naxal division in the Ministry of Home Affairs some half hour back, they told me that it looks unlikely. But then again, as I was talking to you in my last conversation, that they are speaking from the past experience, and every accident, every incident, and every sabotage attempt can probably teach us something new. And they were saying that Chhapra is generally not the Naxal territory. In the past, the Naxalites have not targeted the passenger trains. They have targeted the passenger train only once, and for that also they apologized later at a later stage. So, but then again, these are all based on conjunctures. What they told me factually was that they were speaking to railway authorities, that railway authorities were in touch with them. They were speaking to the civil administration in Bihar. They were also speaking to the local police at the spot and trying to figure out as to what has gone wrong. For the railway ministers to say that it looks like an attempt of sabotage, then certainly there is a reasonable doubt that something has been done on a purpose with the train to derail, for the derailment of the train, and with these timer bombs being recovered in the near vicinity of that accident also, even if it's 25 kilometers away, certainly is a very ominous sign. And I will have to speak to the individuals concerned once again before I give you another update after this sudden recovery of the timer bombs.
Right, let's listen into some of the eyewitnesses and passengers who were on board at the time of the accident.
अभी आप तो बाहर होगा तब देखा कि चुपचाप मोटा हो रहा है इसके आगे का तो हमें भी पता नहीं, मैं सो रहा था। कितने लोग हम तो 4 आदमी थे। 4 आदमी में हमारे 2 जने जो थे भैया बाकी, उनको थोड़ा चोट लगा है, सब ठीक है। पूरी बात बताइए। हाँ, पूरी बता रहा हूँ, ये बता रहा हूँ कि आधी रात तक जब हम सो ही रहे थे, जब टूट बहुत धूम धड़ाका हुआ तब आँख खुला, मेरे जाम करके कोई चीज दबा हुआ था, चोट लगा हुआ उठा। एक भैया भाभी को देखा, उन्होंने भी चोट लगा हुआ उठा। हमारी मिसेज को तलाश किया है, नीचे वाली बर्थ में थी, बर्थ उल्टा हो गया था। उसके नीचे से देखा कि दबे पड़े हुए हैं, वो खत्म हो गया। कहाँ से आ रहे? दिल्ली से आ रहे थे, जाए डिब्रूगढ़। रेलवे की तरफ से कुछ मुआवजा वगैरह सहायता वगैरह कुछ किया गया? सहायता क्या? ये तो कागजात कलम पर होगी, कागजात जैसे कार्रवाई होगी। अभी आपके कौन लोग फंसे हैं? हमारा है दीदी फंसे हुए हैं। हाँ, तो क्या निकालने के लिए रेलवे की तरफ से क्या उपाय किया जा रहा है? ये तो मुझे अभी मालूम नहीं है। और जहाँ यहाँ अधिकारी गण है, वो जो हमारा कहना था मैंने कह दिया, बोले निकाला जाएगा। यही कहा।
तो हमको 2-2:30 बजे हम लोग तो नींद में था, हम लोग का मालूम नहीं है। जब वो गिर गया है ना, जब एकदम धक्का ऐसा मालूम हुआ कि कुछ घर करके धक्का लग गया, तब हमको सब गिर गया। तो हमारा एक साथी था, वो तो साइड बात में ऊपर में था, वो सीट के हमारा पास में आ गया, हम नीचे था। ऐसा हो गया, वो तो उठ नहीं सकता है। 2-3 आदमी धर के हम तो बोला है जो ऐसा पलटी खा जाएगा, जल्दी से निकालो।
आपके बोगी में कितने लोग घायल थे पता चला? कैसे निकले आप?
हम लोग को भी ऐसे निकले है, अपने से निकले है कोशिश करके।
All right, eyewitnesses there on board the Rajdhani Express, which derailed at about 2:30 last night. Prakash is covering the incident for us. And Prakash, we have to talk about this latest development that has just surfaced of these 3 timer bombs being recovered from Daryapur, which is only about 25 kilometers from accident site. How are the authorities now trying to connect the dots, really? Does this lead us to perhaps establishing the cause behind this accident?
Well, as far as the timer bombs are concerned, these timer bombs surely confirm to the fact that, as far as the railway authorities were mentioning, that there was some sabotage angle, and keeping in mind the Naxal call for Bandh in Chhapra area, and there are not much presence of Naxals in and around Chhapra. But even then, as far as the security and the safety measure of the railways is concerned, it's a big concern, because generally in the wake of a Naxal call for Bandh, the railway authorities take extra precautions, keeping in mind the escort train is put in. Services of the escort train is put in, but we get to know that the Rajdhani train was not escorted by any escort train. So that's a serious lapse, one. And this particular angle of the timer bombs being recovered from Daryapur is a serious concern, that the Maoist angle behind it. So it certainly puts the railway authorities and the railway safety authorities into the dock, because why were not the escort trains first escorted before the flying of the Delhi-Dibrugarh Rajdhani Express from that particular area? Because it's an advisory from the railways as far as the Naxal Bandh is concerned, that the escort train has to first pass through that particular area. So this is one serious lapse. Now, the railway authorities are investigating. They have ordered for an investigation and inquiry into the whole state of affairs. Explosive devices, explosive materials from the spot and on from the incident site has not yet been recovered so far, what the local administration say. So all these angles are being looked into. As far as the dead bodies are concerned, 4 people have died On the spot, several injured have been sent to Chapra Sadar Hospital